I'm honored to have you here, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello and a warm welcome to our channel. Today, we're delving into Navatu Cakaudrove. Navatu is a sub-district in Cakaudrove, one of 3 provinces situated in Vanua Levu, the second largest island in Fiji. The sub-district, or tikina as it is known in the iTaukei language, comprises 9 villages mainly occupying the eastern peninsula of the Natewa Bay. While Copra has been the main source of income for villages in the Navatu tikina, kava or yaqona is also becoming a fast-growing commodity for villages within the Navatu sub-district. The spotlight now falls on history as we delve deeper into its details. The name Navatu means the rock and is derived from the Navatu tribe or Yaqona Navatu, which resides in the village of Cakaudrove, a tribe originally from Vanua village in Ra that migrated to Navatu tikina and later to Cakaudrove under the guns as a traditional chief in Navatu Ra province orders to keep watch on the colonies of Vreta residing in the Natewa Bay area. As we enter this new phase, let's analyze Vanua from different angles and evaluate its significance. There are accounts that said of an exodus of an ancient tribe called the Navatu, a tribe that was tasked with catching turtle for Fiji, an ancestral deity in Fijian mythology. When his plantains were ripe, they would catch a turtle with a special stone endowed with special supernatural powers of sort Orsa. The Navatu people would present their finest or biggest catch to the Natewa people chief priest of Fiji, who would then take the turtle to Fiji along with the plantain. In one occasion, the Navatu people deceived the snake god by presenting smaller turtles and keeping the bigger ones to eat. The furious Fiji, who came to know of their transgressions, sent down from Cakaudrove the Levu believed to be wasting disease upon the Navatu people. The Navatu people, fleeing from Fiji's wrath, scattered all over Fiji, including Navatusila, Vachel, Nadroga, Kadavu and Nakaorotubu. The Navatu tribe is one of 3 tribes of the larger Navatu tribe. The other 2 tribes are the Naklakla and the Nasagoagu tribe. In this chapter, we'll be shedding light on Navatu and its role in shaping our understanding. The Navatu tribe of Cakaudrove is believed to have migrated from Navatu, one of the places that the Navatu tribe fled to during the Levu epidemic. The Navatu tribe resided at Tanavaso Point in the Navatu coast near Nasanu village, Natewa. The Navatu people shared a close relationship with the Gosa of Kavula and the Rutu of Vreta. Navatu was an ally of Vreta during war and is considered as Vanua Viconi with Vreta. This is one of the reasons as to why the Navatu people of Cakaudrove considers Vreta as their matikali or motas, a form of name-calling usually done within the Confederacy of Cubuna and Vitabania Testobor. This alliance between Navatu and Vreta led to the appointment of Mulidali, a chief from Navatu, to patrol the Natewa Bay and protect and or govern the colonies of Vreta that resides there and deliver messages amongst the Vreta loyalists. The same chief Mulidali, upon the instructions of Nakamavuto the Gosa of Kavua, brought Naeledikan Nabunavwaka the son of Nadaru Koko of Navakualulu, Nabukadra, to seek asylum with the Rokotubor. Some believed that this was how the Koani Vunivaluist ancestral line of Vunivaluabor came to the island of Bor. Another Navatu chief by the name of Matawalu also made his way to Cakaudrove. Some of his people now reside in Cakaudrove, Vunivatu, Vacharova and so on. In the next portion, we'll be immersing ourselves in the realm of Cakaudrove and examining its broader implications. The people of Navatu under the leadership of Mulidali resided first on the mainland at Weta before moving to a small artificial islet within the Natewa Bay, which they named Navatu Island. Matawalu, another Navatu chief who came later with some Mokoge people first to Nisinissini, a small island situated at Kubula, Bua. From Kubula he settled at Navatu Island in Natewa Bay where Mulidali had settled. As the island was getting smaller, Matawalu moved to the mainland and settled on Cakaudrove lands. This migration of Matawalu eastward accounts for the establishment of more people associated with Vreta in eastern Vanua Levu. Some of his followers left Cakaudrove and settled in the western side of the Natewa Bay, namely Vanua Valvusha people, Sakani people, Natuvu, the Taitaisiva people, The Vunivatu and Nautisalo people right up to U Point, who still trace their origins to Matawalu's migration from Vanua Levu. Matawalu, who had established his settlement at Cakaudrove, became angry with the Cakaudrove, who resented his use of their lands. Some claim that he also envied to be the leader of the Navatu people who settled at Navatu Island. However, melodically, the Navatu chief refused to cede his position on the grounds that the Gonsa have tasked him in keeping watch of Vruta's colony in the Natewa Bay area, a role he intended to retain. The people of Cakaudrove who have resented Matawalu sided with melodically, the official representative of Vruta in that area. A war erupted between the two, and Cakaudrove and Navatu village of the Weenie people was taken by the victors led by Matawalu and his rebel forces, who later took Navatu Island. Word of Matawalu's rebellion against the Vrutan authority reached the Gonsa of Kava, who sent an army led by Navatu. The rebel forces who have gathered at Tikina in the vicinity of Najiji were attacked and fled. The Sinu people who resided in Sinu and Novadra and have sided with Matawalu also fled to Kasavu and Vanua. This involved the Cakaudrove, Tikina and Sokila people who aided Cakaudrove in this war joined the war against the forces of Navatu. Due to increasing population and the island being uncultivable, the Navatu people moved further inland to their fortress Kriniasaka. Here in their fortress, the Napa people sought refuge during war against the Isokila present-day Tukaka. Navatu commanded a lot of influence in the eastern peninsula of Natewa Bay, and therefore Cakaudrove, Isokila and the Natuans competed for their allegiance. The Navatu people were sea people, and were known to the Natuans as fishers of men. Navatu was a close ally of Natewa in times of war, even though they were defeated by the overwhelming numbers of the combined Cakaudrove and Bowen forces. A notable Navatu warrior was Chikalo. Chikalo was renowned for his role in sending back the Bowen forces when Cakaudrove came to wage war on the people of Navatu, leaving on the Cakaudrove coast. It is said the Cakaudrove arrived with his war canoes loaded with warriors and cannon to wage war against the Navatu people. Chikalo floated out to Cakaudrove's canoe in the cover of night with a whale's tooth and war club resting on a banana stem. Upon reaching Cakaudrove's canoe, taking him Cakaudrove completely by surprise, he held out his war club on his right hand ready to strike Cakaudrove down and the whale's tooth on his left hand. The Bowen warlord was given a choice by the warrior from Navatu, the club or the whale's tooth. Cakaudrove quickly worked it out in his head that the club meant death and the whale's tooth meant life. He chose the whale's tooth and was allowed to leave for war with his war party. This sort of choice was again given to Cakaudrove by Visavakijua. This account, however, is contradictory, as it is nowhere mentioned in the Try for Yevasa Navatu, the account of which was provided by Kilimo Wani Ramulo himself, the then to Navatu. Although the Try account states that the Navatu people presented a Isora which in turn saved them from invasion. The story of the invasion is mentioned in their traditional kava ceremony song, which give accounts on what transpired during the battle, supporting the former. The songs Sir Niyivna have been passed down for generations and is a historical account of the standoff that occurred between Bor and Navatu. In this segment, we'll be unraveling the complexities of Rutu I Navatu and exploring its multifaceted nature. Amongst the 9 villages of the Navatu Tikina, the seat of the Rutu I Navatu, or otherwise known as Tu Navatu in some cases, reside in Drekeniwe village. The title is presently held by the Namatava clan or Matakali Namatava of Drekeniwe, Navatu. There are other chiefly titles in the Tikina of Navatu, where almost every village has their own Tridini Yavasa. Some notable ones that belong to the Tikina of Navatu includes Triganotu Novadra, who resides in Vioni village, Triganotu Lo, who resides in the village of Leia, Triganotu Cakaudrove from the village of Cakaudrove, and so forth. The title of Rutu I Navatu is a testament of Navatus links with Vruta, as Vrutan chiefs were usually accredited with the title of Rutu instead of Tu. However, in formal occasions within the Tikina of Navatu Cakaudrove, the Rutu I Navatu or Triganotu can also and sometimes referred to as Triganotu Navatu. The kavuti for Navatu Cakaudrove is Necrovaruvu Notriga Noratu, usually said in occasions within the Navatu Yavasa, or Necrovaruvu Notriga Ratu, Notriga Notu Navatu, usually said during occasions where other Yavasas or tribes from Navatu Tikina or outside Navatu Tikina are present. However, some argue that the title of Ratu for the two Navatu is an invented tradition. The use of this new title was asserted following the rise to fame of the then popular coup leader and former Prime Minister Sitiveni Rabuka. Let's now zoom in on totems and uncover the hidden gems that lie within. The Moray eel Daby is considered to be the totem fish for the Navatu people, and the Visi tree as their totem tree or plant cow. The people of Navatu's food traditional deity is Ramasilver, an ancient being that can shape-shift into a heron. In the Try for Yavasa Navatu, the totem fish is shark kio. The Kadabi Moray eel Phyco cubop moray eels, or locally known as Daby cow Visi Insia Bijuga Philensia Bijuga Vu Ramasilver heron Filebird one Jokturin or Bello, considered a manifestation of the Fijian deity or Kaluvu of the Navatu tribe Ramasilvu. I appreciate your time and I'm grateful for every like, comment, and share.